Hey guys, oh my god, I can't believe what happened to me this morning, so I wanted to share. Um, I've been really sick in the past days. I've been undergoing a treatment. It's been really hard on my body. I've been trying to rest, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's the context in which this thing happened. So you saw the title of the video, My Third Eye Opened, and this is how it happened. I went to bed last night and I was very tired. I hadn't been sleeping well for a few days, so I was sleep deprived. And I said, oh, I don't have the energy to try to astral project because I haven't been trying to astral project. But yesterday I wanted to, and I said, I don't have time. So I didn't do anything, went to bed. This morning, I woke up with some sounds in my ears, and they sounded like little bells, high-pitched bells. And you know when you rub your finger around a glass water, uh, a glass of water, and it rings, it sounded like that. So on both sides of my ears, the bells with the, I couldn't explain, I can't make the sound, but you know the sound. And so I had these like auditory experiences, and they didn't last long, and I fell asleep again. And then when I woke up the next time, something was happening. There was a woman speaking. She was speaking English. I'm French, but she was speaking English. And it sounded like she was talking through a radio, okay? And I was waking up and I was confused, almost wanting to fall back asleep, but I could hear this and I'm like, wait, something's going on. I can hear a voice. And then I started to try to focus, where's the voice coming from? And seriously, guys, the voice was coming from my forehead, exactly here. It felt like right here, I had a speaker. I could feel the vibrations of the voice of the woman who was speaking, and she was speaking to me. I can't believe this. I've heard about your third eye opening, but I never heard about sound coming out through your third eye. So this was really confusing to me, really weird. And I tried to listen, but okay, so what else was happening was I was somewhere in the experience. I was maybe like in another place in the galaxy or like a heavenly place, but it wasn't like how we see things, like solid here. I think it looked a lot like, when you do a watermark on paper, that like it's like an image but super diluted, you can't see very well, very pale, but you kind of see the outline of what it is, and very muted. And so it felt like I was in a place that was that kind of feeling, like watermarked, like I can't really see it, but I know it's there. It looked nice, but it was very pale, so pale you can't even make out the details. So I was in a place like that, and I was hearing that woman speaking through the speaker in my third eye. Crazy. And I was trying to focus in when I realized so initially I'm like, what's this voice? And I was trying to figure out where it was coming from, but it was vibrating right here, and I could hear it right here, and it really sounded like a radio. And it was a woman with an accent, maybe a British accent. I can't really tell which accent it was, but reminds me of a British accent. And so it was coming out of my forehead, and she was saying stuff, and it took me a while after I figured out she was there and seeing what's going on, and then trying to focus in on what is she saying. And then I noticed she was telling me that, okay, I can't even remember the exact words, but what she was saying was that now I was going to be shown another reality, and something I'd never seen before. And she was talking about how that place was, but like I was still so confused coming out of sleep that I was just trying to hold on to as much information as I could and staying focused. That's all I kind of retained from that. And I just responded, yes, please, yes, please. I was so excited. I was like, yes, please. I want to see another reality. I didn't say it out loud. I said it in my mind. And then I woke up. So I don't know if I was supposed to experience something else after that, but I woke up and I was vibrating. So I'm like, oh, I can astral project. So I opened my eyes, and I could see in my room I stood up like this. I was laying down on my back. I just pulled myself up into seating position. And in the room, it kind of felt like I could see the vibrations. So I was in the astral. It was the first time I've kind of noticed the environment in that way when I came out of my body. Were kind of waves. It felt like I was underwater, but it wasn't underwater, right? But it felt like if you were underwater, you could see like different levels of current or whatever. So I could see that. And I tried to get out of bed and it was very hard. I got out of bed. Sorry. And then I started yelling, calling out. I was trying to make myself like lucid and come on, we can. And so that's what I said. I said, okay, Julie, we can do this. Come on, let's do this. And I couldn't hear my voice because I was too close to my body. So I'm like, come on, we can do this. And then I came to the end of my bed and I'm like, I'm not going to wait till I get to my kitchen to get out of the house and whatever. Because I was thinking that the next time I was going to astral project, I was going to create a portal and try to go to Akashic Records. But right now I'm like, I just had this weird third eye experience. I don't know what's waiting for me, but I'm getting out of here now. And so I was right at the end of my bed when I just put my arm out, looked up at the ceiling, and I said, I'm going, like I'm shooting straight up right now. I started to shoot up. I gave myself a big push, big push. And then started to shoot up. And then as I was crossing my, like the attic that's above the ceiling, I'm like, oh, I've never looked at my attic. Might as well open my eyes instead of just trying to go through stuff with my eyes closed. And so when I opened my eyes, I woke up in my bed. So that was a whole experience, guys. I'm so perplexed but so excited. It's like, oh my god, what just happened? Have you guys ever heard of a story like that where someone's third eye opened but sound came out of it? Because yeah, the visuals were not intense at all, but the sound and the voice, it was real. It was there. It was talking to me and telling me some new stuff is coming for me. I'm gonna see some new reality. So I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, I had to share. Please tell me what you think.